You ever scroll through social media, see someone your age buying a new car, someone younger starting a business, someone older traveling the world, and suddenly your sandwich doesn't taste so good anymore? Yeah, been there. But let me tell you something. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing a watermelon to a Wi-Fi router. It just doesn't make sense. Let's talk about it. We live in a world where comparison is like breathing. We do it without even realizing it. You see someone with abs and suddenly your belly feels heavier. You hear someone got promoted and now you're wondering if your boss even remembers your name. It's like we've turned life into a constant competition. Who's doing better? Who's earning more? Who's happier? But here's the truth. You're not supposed to be them. You're supposed to be you. Imagine this. You're an apple, fresh, shiny, sweet. And then you look at a banana and go, wow, that banana is so long and smooth, I wish I was like that. But if the apple tried to become a banana, we'd all just end up with a confused fruit salad. You see, every person has their own timing, their own story, and their own path. You can't rush your journey just because someone else seems to be ahead. You don't know what chapter they're on. You might be on chapter 3 and they might be on chapter 15, but that doesn't mean your story isn't good. It just means it's still being written. And you know what's funny? Half the time the people we compare ourselves to are comparing themselves to someone else. You're jealous of your friend's car. Your friend's jealous of their cousin's house. Their cousin's jealous of a celebrity's vacation. And the celebrity? They're probably jealous of someone who can go grocery shopping without getting recognized. It's an endless chain of, I wish I had what they have. Here's the secret. Nobody really has it all together. Even the people who look like they do. Trust me, they have their own struggles, their own insecurities, and their own 3 a.m. what am I doing with my life moments. You might look at someone's highlight reel online and think, wow, their life is perfect. But remember, social media is like a movie trailer. It shows the best parts. You don't see the bloopers, the behind the scenes, or the parts they had to reshoot 10 times because their hair looked weird. So instead of comparing your journey to someone else's, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Were you a little kinder? Did you learn something new? Did you take a small step toward your dream? That's the kind of progress that actually matters. Because at the end of the day, you're running your own race. And the only person you need to beat is the old version of you. Now I know, easier said than done. You might be thinking, but what if they're just better than me? Well, sure, someone might be faster, smarter, or richer, but that doesn't make you less valuable. If life were a pizza, their slice being bigger doesn't make your slice any less delicious. Sometimes we forget that everyone's path looks different because we start at different places, with different strengths and at different times. The flower that blooms in spring isn't late just because the winter one bloomed earlier, it's just right on time for its own season. Maybe your season hasn't started yet, or maybe it has, but it's unfolding quietly. That's okay. Some of the best stories take a while to build. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. Comparison kills joy. It's like eating your favorite ice cream and then looking at someone else's and suddenly not enjoying yours anymore. But your ice cream didn't change. Your focus did. That's the power of comparison. It tricks you into thinking you're behind when really you're just on a different road. You want to be happier? Start focusing on what you do have. Your progress, your little wins, your weird talents that no one else can do quite like you. Maybe you're great at making people laugh. Maybe you have the patience of a saint. Maybe you can cook noodles that taste like heaven. That's your thing. That's what makes you special. And here's something most people don't realize. The people you're comparing yourself to might look at you and think you have something they don't. Your kindness, your creativity, your calmness, things that you might not even value because you're too busy looking at someone else's success. So today, stop for a second and appreciate how far you've come. Think about the things you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, the times you wanted to give up but didn't. You're not the same person you were a year ago. And that's something to be proud of. There's this quote I love. Don't compare your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel. Because no one posts their bad days, their doubts, or the nights they cried themselves to sleep. But we all have those moments. Every single one of us. So next time you see someone doing amazing things, don't compare. Celebrate them, and then remind yourself, my time is coming too. Because it is. And when it does, you'll look back and realize that you never needed to compete. You just needed to keep going. So yeah, don't compare your journey. Watermelons and Wi-Fi routers, remember, they both serve their purpose, and so do you. If you loved it, like, share, and let me hear your thoughts.